The K&N 63-2587 air intake system is guaranteed to increase horsepower on 2014 Ford Fiesta ST models with a 1.6-liter turbo engine. It uses a custom roto molded air intake tube and a custom aluminum heat shield designed to help isolate the air intake air from engine heat. It features an original K&N high-flow washable air filter and comes with a K&N million-mile limited warranty. Check knfilters.com for a complete and up-to-date list of models this air intake fits. With the 63-2587 intake installed on a 2014 Ford Fiesta ST with a 1.6-liter turbo engine, K&N Power testing showed an estimated power gain of 7.2 horsepower at 5,210 RPM and 10.1 pound-feet of torque at 3,959 RPM. Actual results will vary depending on the condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. You can really see and hear the difference the K&N air intake system will make to your car. This intake comes with all components needed for an easy installation, along with detailed installation instructions. The tools needed are shown. Start by turning off the engine and disconnecting the negative battery cable. Release the red locking tab and then disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Lift off the decorative engine cover. Release the green locking tab and then disconnect the evap vent lines from the factory intake tube. Loosen the hose clamp securing the factory intake tube to the turbo inlet pipe and to the factory air filter housing. Then remove the factory intake tube from the vehicle. Using a flat blade screwdriver, gently pry up the fresh air scoop to release it from the locking tab. Then push it towards the rear of the vehicle to release it from the fresh air intake. Remove the complete airbox assembly from the vehicle by pulling up to release it from the grommets. Install the two provided heat shield mounts onto the heat shield using the provided hardware. Install the provided top bulb edge trim around the outside of the heat shield and trim if necessary. Install the provided side bulb edge trim around the inside of the hole in the heat shield and trim if necessary. Install the heat shield into the vehicle so that the two mounting posts engage the airbox mounting grommets. Secure the heat shield mounting bracket to the heat shield and core support using the provided hardware. Remove the fresh air intake duct from the factory airbox by pulling it away. Reinstall the fresh air intake duct onto the core support duct. Install the provided coupling hose onto the turbo inlet pipe and secure with the provided hose clamp. Install the provided gasket onto the K&N mass air sensor adapter. Remove the mass air sensor from the factory airbox. Install the mass air sensor into the K&N adapter and secure with the provided hardware. Install the mass air sensor assembly into the K&N intake tube and secure with the provided hardware. Install the 90-degree vent fitting into the K&N intake tube. Install the K&N intake tube assembly into the silicone hose at the turbo inlet pipe and then into the heat shield. Adjust the tube for proper fit and then secure with the provided hose clamps. Install the provided evap vent hose onto the provided quick disconnect union. Install the evap hose assembly into the factory quick disconnect fitting and then onto the 90-degree fitting installed into the K&N intake tube. Install the K&N air filter onto the intake tube and secure with the provided hose clamp. Connect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Reinstall the decorative engine cover. Lastly, reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle. It will be necessary for all K&N high-flow intake systems to be checked periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the installation instructions or proper maintenance may void warranty. The 69-2587 intake is not legal for sale or use on any pollution-controlled motor vehicle in California or states adopting California emission procedures. K&N makes products for nearly every vehicle on the road. Visit knfilters.com to search for products by vehicle, dimension, cross-reference, or even VIN number. You can also quickly look up other products available for your car, truck, or motorcycle, including high-flow air filters designed to increase horsepower, wrench-off oil filters that are easy to remove, and our new washable cabin air filters that will help keep the inside of your car fresh and clean. Make your move to K&N, makers of the world's best air filter.